Good afternoon, everyone, and most importantly, the class of 2027. As I stand here with all of you, I cannot help but think about the person I was when I first entered university. When I first entered Sophia University, I thought success meant having a perfect plan. I believed the successful people always knew exactly what they wanted to do. I imagined they never questioned themselves, never changed their minds, and never felt afraid. And I thought confidence meant never feeling uncertain. But life has taught me something completely different. Like many people, I often compared myself with those around me. Some classmates graduated on time. Some quickly found jobs they had dreamed about. Others seemed to have their entire future planned out. Looking at them, I sometimes felt as though I had fallen behind. I wondered if I had missed some invisible deadline for becoming successful. But looking back now, I realized something important. Those moments were not signs that I was failing. They were the moments that shaped me the most. Growth rarely happens when everything goes according to plan. We grow when our plans change. We grow when we have to start over. We grow when we discover that life refuses to follow the schedule we carefully created. And one of the greatest lessons I have learned is that life is not a race. Whenever I begin to doubt my path, I remember one of my favorite lyrics from Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. They said, "Yes, there are two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there is still time to change the road you are on." Those words remind me that no decision has to define the rest of my life. We are allowed to change, we are allowed to begin again, and choosing a different road is not failure, it is growth. Our society constantly encourages us to compare ourselves with others. We compare grades, careers, salaries, achievements, and even happiness. Social media makes it seem as though everyone else has already figured life out while we are still searching for answers. But the truth is that every person's journey is different. The only timeline that truly matters is your own. I know this lesson because I have lived it. When I graduate, I will be 24 years old and 2 years behind many of the friends I studied with. For a long time, I thought that meant I have somehow failed. But today, standing here, I don't feel behind anymore. These extra years were not empty years. They became some of the richest years of my life, and I met incredible people, challenged myself in ways I never expected, and slowly discovered who I wanted to become. Looking back, I wouldn't trade those years for graduating earlier. And when you stop comparing yourself to everyone else, something amazing happens. You begin to notice your own progress instead of someone else's success. You begin to appreciate your own experiences instead of wishing you had someone else's life. Another lesson I learned is that honesty is far more valuable than perfection. For a long time, I tried to become the person I believed other people wanted me to be. I wanted approval. I wanted people to think I was making the right decisions. Sometimes I ignored my own feelings simply because I was afraid of disappointing others. And the strange thing was that the more I tried to satisfy everyone else, the less satisfied I became. And eventually I realized that the most important person I needed to be honest with was myself. And today my personal vision is really, really simple. It's be honest to myself. To me, those words are much more than a motivational phrase. Be honest with yourself means admitting what you truly want, even when it scares you. It means accepting your weaknesses without pretending they do not exist. It means changing direction when you realize your heart is leading you somewhere different. It means having the courage to choose authenticity instead of approval. Being honest with yourself does not guarantee an easy life. In fact, it often means choosing a more difficult path. It means accepting uncertainty instead of false security. It means risking failure instead of living with regret. It means making decisions based on your values rather than your fears. I believe that is one of the hardest things anyone can do. In the future, I hope to become a comedy writer. Some people may think that is an unusual dream because it is competitive and difficult to achieve. They may ask why I would choose such an uncertain career. I believe laughter can change how people carry the weight of a single day. I learned a lesson in an unexpected place, not in classroom, but while working part-time at the bar. One evening, I made a joke without thinking much about it, and everyone sitting around the counter laughed. A little later, one customer smiled at me and said, "I was having a really, really difficult day, but you made me feel better." At first, I thought I had simply made someone laugh. But when I look back on the moment, I realized something else, and I hadn't only helped that customer, somehow I had helped myself too. Seeing someone else's face brighten reminded me that even small moment of laughter can matter. It reminded me that words have the power to lift people up, even if only for a moment. That night changed the way I thought about comedy. Since then, I have wanted to write stories that make people laugh, not because laughter solves every problem, but because sometimes it gives us enough strength to face tomorrow. If I can help someone leave the theater, their living room, or even their phone screen feeling just a little lighter than before, then I will know that I have chosen the right path. Stories have the power to change people, and laughter has the power to bring people together. Sometimes a single joke can comfort someone who has had a terrible day. Sometimes one story can make people see the world differently. Making people laugh is not only about entertainment. It is also about creating connection, hope, and understanding. That is the kind of work I want to do. Will it be easy? Probably not. And there will be rejection, there will be criticism, and there will be the days when I question whether I am talented enough or whether I should give up. But I have learned that failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is often the teacher that prepares us for success. Every disappointment teaches resilience. Every mistake teaches us wisdom. Every setback gives us another opportunity to grow into someone stronger than before. When I think about today's graduation, I realize that our diplomas do not prove that we have all the answers. Instead, they prove that we have learned how to keep moving forward even when we do not know the answers. Steve Jobs once encouraged graduates to say, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." Oprah Winfrey reminds us that our greatest responsibility is to become more of ourselves. And William McRaven teaches us that the extraordinary achievements begin with small daily actions. Although their stories are different, they all share one message. And I think that is, do not let fear decide who you become. Today, I would like to add one more thought to that message. Be honest with yourself. Not because it is easy, not because it guarantees success, but because living someone else's life will never make you truly happy. There will always be people who seem more successful, more talented, or more accomplished than you. And there will always be another person to compare yourself to. But there is only one person who can live your life. That person is you. So today, as we leave this campus and begin the next chapter of our lives, I hope we remember that success is not about reaching the finish line before everyone else. Success is waking up each morning knowing that the life you are building belongs to you. Don't spend your life trying to become someone that everyone else admires. Spend your life becoming someone that you are proud to be. Maybe some of us already know exactly where we're going. Maybe some of us don't. And that's okay. Because as Led Zeppelin reminds us, there's still time to change the road you're on. So if life takes you somewhere unexpected, don't be afraid. A different road doesn't mean you've lost your way. It might simply be the road that leads you home. Congratulations, class of 2027. I see you somewhere down the road. Thank you.
Questions, please.
one. Did not figure immediately. So, sorry.
Can I ask you, you told that beautiful example of you cheered up a customer. How long ago was that?
It was like 2 years ago. I've been working at bar since I was 21 and now I'm 24, so it's been 3 years. And that night was 2 years. Yeah, 2 years ago.
So you've had this dream of becoming a comedian for 2 years?
Yes.
Okay. What had been the dream before the comedian?
Oh, I didn't really have a specific dream or like job, but like that time I was just like having a moment of my life, and I didn't really think about future, and I was thinking about like job hunting and stuff like other people do. So yeah.
Thank you.